Hello, welcome to Hanging with the Hooligans. It's me, Chuck Bailey, the guy that usually asks questions, but I didn't have one. So, yeah. Tonight, I am joined by one Douglas Dye and one
Hello.
Alex.
Nope.
Just Alex.
Just Alex.
Alright, so how's everyone doing? I know I should probably preface this by saying I've been here for a long time today. I usually don't spend this much time at Doug's house. So, yeah, we'll start with that. Doug, how was your day so far?
It actually started off pretty grand because we were going to fix my car. My car decided it was going to die on Friday afternoon, right after work. So luckily, my coworker was able to jump me. Shout out Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit. Damn it.
I had to.
1 minute into the podcast, it's
Right?
already political.
But anyways, he gave me a jump, and I was able to get the car home. Once I got it home, I tried it again on Saturday, and it was just like, nope. So Saturday, that's when I called. That's when I sent out to you guys, like, hey, I'm gonna see if I could get a battery. And then Saturday I did have D&D, so shout out Doug, who's another Doug. He lives in the local area.
Shout himself out.
The local Doug.
Another Doug.
Another one.
Wait, is that the big guy with the glasses that I told you was my coworker?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Oh,
Yeah.
holy shit, his name's been Doug this whole time.
Yeah, he's a pretty chill guy. He was able to give me a ride to the game shop and back, so that was awesome. So shout out Doug. And then today, shout out Chuck Bailey over here, because he came down at like noon. We went to the O'Reilly's nearby, was able to get a battery, and I replaced that son of a bitch. It was fun. It was also very annoying too.
There was only one main part that I saw him having trouble with, and that was putting it back on when the ratchet didn't fit. Otherwise, there were moments where I think he was having trouble lifting like the hard plastic case stuff off or something.
God, dude, fucking son of.
Yeah, I was doing that useful thing that people do, and they kind of just like stand around.
Oh, where you point and you're like, yeah.
No, I wasn't that close. I was drinking my my drink and eating fried chicken on the porch.
I mean, ain't gonna lie, it was good having somebody there. It kind of made the work go a little bit quicker.
It's always nice with a little commentary.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think he even said anything until I was like grunting and groaning.
I just sat there. I was like, I think he'll ask for help if he needs it. Yeah. Because I didn't want to be that guy who like stands over your shoulder. Because then, like, if you get frustrated and someone's right there, your brain immediately goes like, "Will you get the fuck away, dude?"
But yeah, batteries are heavy, dead or alive, man. Like, shit.
Yeah, I noticed that new battery he got has like a double handle, so you could like grab it with two hands. Because traditionally they have like the single handle, so you kind of farmer carry it.
Right.
But dude, that handle is big. That single handle. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
Looks like it belongs on an ice chest.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But so yeah, I got that changed, and now my car's working. Jean-Luc has been revived.
Reborn.
He has been reborn.
What about you?
I'm tired. I'm a little tired. I just got off work.
Oofda.
And then I'm gonna watch like 6 hours of SummerSlam after this. Missed it last night because it didn't get like uploaded after it was live for like 2-3 hours or something like that. So I just said fuck it and went to bed. But
wow, you actually went to bed?
easy. Well, easier said than done. I try, but yeah, man, I'm pretty good. I'm getting in a better place. I have a job interview tomorrow. Pretty excited about
At the Mecca, the Promised Land.
at the Promised Land. Yeah, gonna lift me out of poverty a little bit.
You say you're getting a new place, or you mean you're getting a new job?
New job.
Yeah.
Okay.
He meant he's getting in like a better place.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying at least.
Yeah,
But
that huge pay bump from what I think you're making, because I don't know what you're making for sure.
I'm like
Pretty
making
sure it's gonna be huge.
1640.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that big pay bump's gonna make a big fucking difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a huge pay bump myself, because I'll be making from $0 an hour to 15, which
Right on, right on.
and then the other job will be 18. But I gotta balance those two out.
Right.
Right now I'm trying to think of whether to apply for a part-time nighttime gig, just because 6 more hours is nice money.
Yeah. I tell you to apply where I'm currently working, but I don't think you'd like that work so much.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't have the hours that I need, because I'm still going to be working at the 9 to 5-er. I just need basically something to fill in that 5 to 9.
Yeah, like an evening
Yeah.
part-timer would be perfect.
Oh, you could. Well, I mean, you could totally find something like that over there.
Well, I was also thinking doing the Promised Land place and just seeing if I could do one of those part-time gigs that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be, because there's plenty of people that come in. They would come in at like 6 to 10, and the way they come in too, they're acting like they're the ones who clean everything up, because they're like
Mm-hmm.
the way that it used to be is like production would end at 10 or 11, so everything left for the day used to be there. But now it's just a 24-hour thing. So,
Interesting.
yeah, you're just going in there and you're just gonna do
Pick up
whatever.
where somebody left off.
Yeah, well, basically, it's like it's not even like that. It literally feels like you do like nothing the whole time. It's like before it kind of feels like you're actually cleaning up, and you're like, "Wow, man, we're getting it done." But now it's like it'll just keep coming and coming. So you're just like, "All right, okay, my time's done." Which I think there's an aspect to that that's good too, because that kind of lets you know when things are busy, and that means like job security versus when things are slow, and you're like, ooh, are they gonna make us do stupid stuff because they're paying us this much to stand around?
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, that was part of why I quit in the first place.
Yeah.
Just monotony.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
A bunch of system issues and stuff like that. So like the job you were like mentally prepared for, which is actually my advice to you: don't mentally prepare for any job. I think they're just gonna. They're just gonna tell you to do stuff like every day.
Right. Well, I mean, you know what kind of jobs I've had. I've always had to kind of improvise and pick things up because people either won't train you or it's something a little different every other
They'll
day.
train you a bit and then throw you out there, but like it's more so like, don't be like, this is my position, this is what I'm used to.
Dude, they told me to go to a fucking dirt lot when I was working security one time. I don't even know if I was in the right spot, but I think I was.
You protected that dirt.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I had to protect a dump one time, and basically they're like, yeah, just go do like a patrol every 45 minutes, basically make sure the dump's not on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that, and that was like when how you were saying on top of your full-time job you'll do a little part-time job.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Except that was like on my day off, like leading into my day on, I did a full-time shift. Like,
Right. Oh, I hated those days, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A, man. Because I used to work for the school district, and I think I still worked at the movie theater for a short time there. And whew.
Like one of the good ones.
What do you mean by one of the good ones?
One of the good movie theaters.
Regal? The one
that
in
was
San
the one off
Marcos?
Pretty good one.
in San Marcos.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, it wasn't like the best, but it was like the theater. I feel like
It's funny because you go into those it's something you take for granted, especially where the kind of movie theaters we go to now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like such a big building, and there's like such big, like movie props, posters. Like you go down these long halls to all the theaters, and there's just movie poster after movie poster.
It almost looks like a weird art exhibit.
Yeah, in a way, it's like it definitely envelops you in the in the cinema spirit, where you're like, oh look, that's coming out. I didn't even know about that. Now we see like 2 other posters, and we're like, oh, that's gonna come out soon.
Well, there's that weird trade-off, at least in our small town. Like, yeah, it's a much smaller theater. You drive by it, you wouldn't even really know it's there unless you're really paying attention.
Yep.
But the seats are much nicer, comfier. There's not as many people.
Oh yeah.
So
That's what I like. Yeah.
I actually I do have to, because this was, of course, because we left close to a decade ago now,
Jesus.
But I know there was one or two theaters that were ahead of the curve in California, and it was actually Chula Vista of all places,
Poway too.
where they had like they had the chairs going already,
The D-box.
and they had the I think you could have like alcohol there and stuff like that, where they had like an improved snack bar compared to like what most movie theaters have.
Right.
So
Those sit-down places where you could like order a meal and stuff too.
Yeah, it was like more bougie than like even what we have now. But like all we need is like give us some comfy seats.
Yeah.
And like, the ability to lean back is nice, I guess.
Right. But I do miss what you were talking about, where there is that more cinema feel to it. You are going to the movies.
Yeah, there's something that's really that really builds anticipation about like just walking down that hall to your theater and going to your seat. Where there's a short stretch of that, which is technically when you already walk into the theater, where you go that L corner, either direction, which I guess is the same thing, just not as long. And they just have like paintings of like movie stuff, like Guardians in the Galaxy. And then every time we're leaving the movie, we always have to look at Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey on the way out.
Right.
So same thing. They could have just replaced that with just new movie posters, so we could have been like, oh shit, John Wick 5's coming. I didn't know that.
Right.
Right. Man.
But it's a small town, so everybody knows what movie's playing in the movie theater.
I know.
Because it's the movie theater.
Well, this is one of the few times where it's like, oh wait, we have to worry about them selling out. Like, I didn't think about it when we went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
We just went and did it, and luckily we had spots. But
was it really packed?
It was pretty decent.
Yeah, there was people that ended up having to sit next to us, and they said there were no other seats.
Oh, okay.
They didn't say that to me, but they said that to each other. Like, oh, there's no other seats. I'm like, damn, this shit's sold out. That's crazy. That wasn't even opening day. That was like a couple days later.
Just small town theater stuff.
Right. So before we proceed any further, I do want to apologize to the audience if they heard some like really weird sound noises in the middle of some of that, because I had to adjust my mic and reclamp it down because...
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but I saw it going off, and it wasn't just like, a lever area. It was the actual clamp on the table.
You don't need to apologize. This is an ASMR podcast.
Yeah.
It's all about the mistakes that happen.
Yeah, we might cut that out. We might not.
Or will I?
Never.
I won't.
Yeah, that's just the golden rule with like every podcast, is where I hear someone say they're going to edit something out. And it's like, well, obviously they didn't.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, no, I love it when they do that.
No, I mean, unless it's something, like, serious, which I don't really worry about much on this podcast. But I don't do a whole lot of cutting too much, unless someone really asks. Or if it's like I coughed and there just so happened to be a nice enough pause where I can take that out. Otherwise, there's no point. You're just going to hear me cough anyways. If I cut that, you're going to be missing something that Chuck says or something that you might say.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten on that vibe of having different tracks yet, but...
Yeah.
The only... let's see, that's a perfect one we might be able to cut out.
Fuck no.
The only thing that would suck is, like, there'd be more to edit, which is, like, I think only true in the sense of, like, you might have to level stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We're not sound engineers. We're just learning as we go, as you guys know.
I do like your idea of different tracks, because then we could get each other's voice on a different thing, and we could cut things out as need be. But again, we're not sound people, so we'd have to look that up.
If we decided we didn't like what James said, so we just cut him out.
Oh,
we are doing for the whole episode, actually, because.
How you doing, Doug? You doing all right?
We could watch a video, and because just like how I watched a video to...
Damn it.
Did you mean to say James?
No, I was just going to act like it was just me and Doug.
Oh.
Well, I was just going to say, how I watched a video on how to change my car battery.
Yeah,
We'll just watch a
exactly.
video on how to do sound editing.
Oh man, I've done that a little bit. It's just I have to like really play around with it. Otherwise, it'll take me. Well, it already takes me a long time just to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I have to almost do it as the other person is doing it on the video sometimes.
But also, you need to figure out. Well, I guess because podcasts are so commonplace now, I guess they can give you a baseline for what you think like how a podcast should be leveled.
Yeah.
Versus, I don't know, anything else. Last week, I had a business idea
Mhm.
where, I mean, of course, I always imagine I guess it's called the pig
Mhm.
or the piggy. I think it should. First of all, I think it should be called the Pig Pen. You know, that barbecue place in town.
Yeah.
But I really like that venue.
I haven't been there yet.
But you've been to Fozzie's, so you know the spot I'm talking
Of course.
about at least. Yeah. So boys thought like, oh, it'd be sick to get that place, and then do like, well, first I was talking to James about it, like an internet cafe thing, because we don't have a coffee place, like a coffee, like an internet cafe kind of thing anymore. Because we used to have one in town, and
Mhm.
now it's a burger place. You know, because we needed another one of those. But yeah. So I was thinking like something like that, but also, try to get more activities there, whether it's just like community things. I probably should have grabbed my phone because I wrote this down, but my phone's charging on the counter.
Mhm.
um, but yeah, because I always think about it all the time. Like, oh, we always have like food places here, and that's pretty much all there is to do in town.
Mhm.
But like, what about somewhere to actually hang out that isn't necessarily like the bar? Because the bar only sends like a specific vibe, which is like you're here probably trying to fuck, you know?
Probably.
Yeah. So like maybe kind of like a karaoke thing. Karaoke's probably a good one. Still, that's kind of a bar vibe, but like
Yeah.
people would like karaoke, and not just because we do have karaoke in town sometimes, but I mean like all the time.
I think it would be cool to have that. I think it'd be also interesting to do like a sort of a bar slash arcade mix where it was like there's like maybe 2 or 3 rooms that are for private karaoke if you want to do private karaoke any
Yeah.
time of the day. You still have a stage that you do for like karaoke every other day or any specific day of the week, and then you just have a freaking arcade, and
Yeah.
a bar is still there and stuff, so you could still get smashed if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be fun to have something like that, especially since this place apparently allows kids in bars sometimes. Jeez Louise.
So the way I was thinking too is like daytime, nighttime vibe. So
Yeah.
that it's not just it's open during the day, then it closes at night, but like it's open all day, and that's like the internet cafe vibe. Then nighttime would be more of like the karaoke. Maybe that's when you do
Oh,
bar.
that would be really cool, actually.
Yeah, but also one thing I want to see more of is of course James isn't here to tell me, but I think he did tell me that it used to be like a Masonic building, and they used to have like a basement and stuff like that. But if you guys remember the building I was talking about,
Well, I
where
can
they
show
have
you
like
the Masonic building. I know where it is.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
but the elevator that goes up to the barbecue place
Yeah.
and the
Mhm.
stairs, what is on that first floor?
Yeah, there is actually a basement, though.
Yeah, I heard there was a basement, but like, is there a first floor? Because like, if there's rooms there,
It's a
you-
portal to hell.
yeah, they got
Well, I heard they used to have a pool hall in the downstairs there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what James was saying. Yeah, like if there's a basement to utilize, great, more activities, you get to vary it more.
There's more space for activities.
Well, and
Yeah.
I do also kind of have this feeling that it's used for storage. You know what I mean? I feel like this town has kind of like the feel of its ton of hoarding, and at this point in time, that place has had like 3 different people in it, and at this point in time, there's probably like 3 different restaurants worth of stuff in that basement just sitting there collecting
Yeah.
dust.
Yeah, I think, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that building, but just any spot in town where you could try to do like another place where there's like activities, and of course, like I was also curious. Of course, James isn't here again for the gambling aspect, but they have like the fake gambling stuff. Well, it's real gambling, but over the dumbest things. Like, I don't know if any listeners would know, except for people from the Midwest, what a fucking pull tab is.
Or even meat raffles.
Yeah, I was thinking like if you do like light betting over like Uno, like imagine there's like a professional Uno.
Well, I
tournament.
mean, what do you think bingo is? I mean,
Yeah, or
Bingo's huge out here too.
oh,
like-
and bingo's rocking, man. Yeah.
or like a competitive Magic the Gathering. I don't know, because there's a lot of people that do that. Who play the game.
Yeah, I would love
town.
to try and enter one of those tournaments and just play, and if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't.
I would just want to do axe throwing. It just sounds like fun.
Yeah, see,
But I
like,
wouldn't want to have like a bar thing going on with that necessarily. But
see, that's why like the different spaces would be cool. Because
Yeah.
of course, if someone's like trying to do like the internet cafe vibe, it might kind of suck to have like an axe range next to them.
right,
I was at a
top floor.
I was at a backyard barbecue out here, and she had ass throwing.
What's her name? And where can I find her?
She had axe throwing actually at her place, and that was a lot of fun. She had like 3 blocks set up
Yeah.
and different axes to throw. It was a shit ton of fun.
Oh yeah, man.
I bought
People out here are righteous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought a special wood when we first moved out here to build a axe target, like a throwing target for throwing knives and axes.
Yeah.
But it sat in James's garage forever, and then when he needed wood, he forgot it was mine, and he used it. Which I'm pretty sure are the tent peg, like the tent things that they tie the rope with.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's that, or he straight up used it for parts of the tent too, like the stuff that needs wood. I'm not sure, because eventually he was like, "Oh yeah, like, I don't know what happened to it, like the wood," and I was like, "So,
How'd you fix your tent?
well, there's the tent thing, but also I'm pretty sure he had already built the playground stuff." No, actually, he might have done that partly when when we lived out here.
The playground was done years ago. Then we did the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could have been any one of those projects though, where he, used that wood. But it's supposed to be like a real nice soft wood, so I don't think it would be good for a fence. But if
No.
it is, can you just imagine?
Well, I mean,
how-
everything that they got for the fence, I think we got from like.
The lumberyard where I got my
lumberyard.
axe, yeah, the same wood I got.
Okay, then I guess. Yeah.
But we looked for a specific wood, which is why it'd be really funny if it was used for the fence, because it's like, well, I mean, we were trying not to do this, but it's that wood, so it's
Right.
just like paint a target on it.
Yeah, man, you're taking me back to when the tent was even like we used wood. Now it's not even held up by wood anymore. It's all metal now.
Oh, it's all metal. I
Yeah.
thought there was a PVC frame at one point.
No, not PVC. We talked about it, but we decided for some reason that metal was going to work better. Or it was going to be cheaper or something somehow.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about the prices of those two things
It's been a while.
in what do you call it? Competition with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we essentially just kind of turned it into a fence, and we just kind of pull our tent topper over it. Just makes it easier that way. But yeah, man, I have no idea, but I'd love to go axe throwing. I have a competition throwing axe. It's just kind of
I
sitting
used to
collecting
have
dust.
I mean, who knows what could have happened to it, because I went through so many places living here. I had the pink one we got in Vegas.
I remember that.
From Mule. Our buddy who used to work at a axe throwing range.
That's right.
That's his name, by the way, Mule.
Mule, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an incredibly milquetoast name. It's just Mule.
Love that guy. He's amazing.
I know.
That guy always has the most interesting gigs too. Like now, because being a bartender, I think is an interesting job. But also, like, he was a taxi driver. He's like a part-time clown. Well, he does gigs at bars, I think, that he already worked at or works at.
Actually, I think we could probably give him a shout out, like Trombo the Clown.
Yeah, Trombo the
Yeah,
Clown. If
dude.
you guys are in Vegas during I think the third Wednesday or the second Wednesday.
And I think it's called his Wheel of Misfortune is kind of what his act or gig is. So, Trombo
I'll-
the Clown and his Wheel of Misfortune.
Yeah, and
I'll see if he has any links or something. I'll
Yeah.
put it on the channel.
It's more than him. He's got all sorts of acts. He does like, he gets like some bands sometimes, dancers like different dancers, performers, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes just vendors. Because I was trying to get Gilbert to go out there to sell the cards, but he didn't want to do a 4-hour drive, and I was like, I don't know. I think you'd be able to sell a lot of cards to fucking weirdos and drunks at a fucking event like that, because Vegas is basically Nerd City.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point in time, if he has good art, it doesn't even have to be a trading card game. It could just be a freaking. It's just cards.
We do, yeah.
They do that shit out in Vegas all the time, where it's just it's cards.
I mean, the truth is, for most people, trading cards are just art, because most people don't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, shit. I got 4 commander decks that prove that.
Yeah, about the Fallout Commander deck with the full intention of like playing it eventually, but for now is definitely just like, hey, look, I have Fallout Magic the Gathering cards, and I thought I wasn't gonna get any because it was sold out. Like the collector's boxes, like sold out immediately or something.
See, I got the Warhammer 40k trading card ones, and I got all 4 of the commander decks. And one that was hard to find was the what are they called? The Necron deck, because everybody loved the Necron one, and I think they had like a bunch of special edition decks too. But they all sold out, so I was like, I had 3 out of the 4 decks, and then finally the local card store had them, and I was like, done. There goes my paycheck, but done.
Yeah, Alex, you still haven't gotten into Warhammer, huh?
I've been waiting to do a little party or whatever.
Yeah, at this point in time, I'm just gonna go ahead and set a date and set a few dates, and then we'll just meet up and we'll just paint.
Man, it's hard just to get us all together for a podcast.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, at this point in time, I'll just do daytime shit where like James can bring the kids, and then we'll just paint and shit, dude.
I'm totally down, man.
We'll go to the Piggy because they have big tables.
Well, actually, I
Have
think it'd be cool to
barbecue.
order a huge platter that they have there. They have like a barbecue platter thing that's like $50.
Mm-hmm.
Because that place just is a good place to hang out, but at the same time, it's a restaurant where a lot of people want to go.
Right.
And they also do like a seat, like sit there yourself. So if like we went on a busy day, motherfuckers will be standing there waiting for your table.
I'm not done yet, nerd.
Yeah, there's been. I've seen that with. It was like a crowded like Saturday or Friday, and there was like a table of like 20 or not 20, maybe 20. There was a lot of people, like 10, 20 people, and they're standing there, and they were there before me and Jay, but we got a table because there was a table big enough or small enough for 2 people, but it was like a 4-person table because I don't think they have many 2-people tables.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just saw them all just glare at us, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude! You guys came here with fucking 10 people.
Yeah.
Split the gang up and sit at a bunch of different
grab
tables.
your 4 and your 2.
That'd be like if our guild freaking went to Denny's at night, expecting them to put all the tables together for us all to sit together
without telling them we're showing up either.
And when we all chill at Blueberry Hill, when we do our Vegas thing,
which is
we all sit at different fucking tables.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we take up an entire area, but
yeah. The only time I've ever seen us really do that is the joint tables was like the pizza place.
Yeah.
And
that was nowhere near as many people.
Oh yeah, and
the
the pizza
Asian
place
place.
does that already. It's like, come on.
together, it was basically already a big table.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I hate people like that though, who do the big groups and then they get mad that like nothing's working out for them. It's like I don't have to sit with everybody. Because like even if we're all at a big table, guess what? I'm at one end of it. I'm not gonna be able to talk to everybody.
You want to talk to everybody? Go to a park, reserve a table, just do your thing. Have everyone come to you.
Yeah, get catering.
Yeah, just bring food, potluck, whatever. You get all your people right there, and guess what? You don't have to bitch and moan about people not having enough room for your 30 people.
Yeah, that's that's how it goes.
Hey, especially if it's a smaller business. Like, fuck off. Like, why are you being
Yeah.
a dick?
But I
Yep.
think it's funny. Small businesses will have like these menus that are basically like, hey, you brought too many people in, so now you don't get our full menu. You get the fuck off menu. Like we're trying to rush you out of here.
Oh shit, they have those?
Yeah, that happened to me and Jay one time when it was like her grandma's birthday. So they had a group of like probably 15, and we were at some place in Roseau, and there was like no one there, which is the really funny thing. So like we were like almost the only people in the building, and they still gave us the fuck off menu. And there's like the fuck off, you don't get the real stuff on the menu, which like there was like one thing where I was like, okay, I guess I want to eat this. But on the real menu, there was like a bunch of different choices of stuff that I would have liked.
That's why I always go online and look up the menu online so that way they can't do that bullshit.
I would have been direct. Like, I want the real one. You give this.
I
shit
want
to
my
me.
burger
I'm
with the
fat.
bacon.
I tip well.
I didn't see the real menu until like we were about to leave, and I was like, really, what the fuck? But
I'm gonna jump on you like a spider monkey. You ever do that to me again? You don't get between me and food.
yeah, it's such a like that. I don't know. I think that's the only time that's happened. Though is that business, so it could just be that business.
Maybe.
They don't like big groups.
I don't think I've ever experienced that anywhere.
Yeah, and like I mean, the place that gives you the most fuck off, like get out of here vibes is like a Chinese buffet, and they don't even do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do love Chinese buffets though.
Me too, man. I'm fucking
Yeah.
hungry.
They definitely give you that vibe though of like get your shit and like get out of here.
Don't eat too much, goddammit.
Yeah, like eat as much as you can, but
Just
not
make
too
eye
much.
contact. Just
Yeah.
I would eat straight from the ice cream machine if they'd let me.
dude, something about the ice cream machines in all buffets, not
Like
just
soft
Chinese
serve
buffets,
machines.
soft serve.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be full as fuck, and I'll still go for the ice cream, and then I'll just feel better for some reason.
See, I'll feel better, and then I'll have another one, and then I'll feel terrible.
Oh,
And then I'll have another one, and then I know my night is not going to be fun.
you played yourself.
That's
Yep.
why we brought this up on a past podcast about the potential of them bringing Pizza Ranch here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that'll be so nice.
if that's true, like the cool thing is that one, it's a buffet. Two, like the variety is good enough where like, you know, if you're feeling like the sweets, you get the sweets.
Yeah.
But and they have like of course the soft serve. But like the main thing I like is that you can get your like wings and your like fried chicken
Mm-hmm.
and then some pizza, a little bit of fries or whatever, and you just end it with that ice cream. Even though they have way more of sweet stuff than that, I don't look at that.
Right.
I go like I have to get the chicken because it's here, and then of course I came here for pizza, so I'm gonna get some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then I try not to overdo it or overdo it because like my body just lets you know like, nah, this is it, dude. If you do this, you're gonna definitely be walking around going.
It's time for the buffet unbuckle.
I wish alcohol did that for you. You never get to a point where it's just like, if I have one more, it's going to be a terrible night. It's already a terrible night by the time you get to that point. You go, oh, I shouldn't have had the last three.
Yeah, I've
Why
been
didn't I
pretty
drink the
lucky.
water?
Right?
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky with alcohol, but no, it's like every time we go out to eat before going to like Walmart because you don't want to be hungry while you're shopping or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Always do this walk around where I'm like, damn it, I did it too much, overdid it.
But see, then when you go into Walmart, you're definitely not going to get anything because you're just sitting there going like, God, that sounds fucking terrible. And then you get to
Yeah.
the sweets and you're like,
I want to get
No.
out. Yeah. So I get like the base foods you need, but then you're like home, or it's like the next day, and you're like, man, I should have had some chips or something.
yep, I wish I got them damn chocolates.
I've gotten to the point where I don't really do snacks anymore. Like, I'll do maybe a meal 2 if I'm smart. But I feel like I've already eaten all of those snacky foods more times than I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
So I'm not really phased by it. And
The
I work in a
only-
grocery store.
Yeah, the only desire for like a snack food is basically when you're too lazy to like do the main dish, the main dish, side dish situation, which is like all that really is like important in a decent meal too is like, you want to have your main dish and then like a little bit of a side dish for that variation. Cuz like yeah, if you're like, "Oh man, I'm not going to throw this together right now." And you say it like you're doing Hello Fresh, so that's not the same as like me being like, "Yeah, I got to marinate this real quick and then I'm going to cut it up, throw it in the wok or throw some strips in the air fryer or oven or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And like potatoes in the oven and air fryer, whichever one, where I just end up with a meal after that. Because that will be like, like a good, just like an hour max. Versus being like, or I could pop open these chips.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird because like as a marijuana smoker, I just do a full meal instead. Like we have snack stuff at the house. If I'm gonna eat, I'm just gonna do a meal, even if it takes me 30 minutes or 45. It's whatever. I'm not gonna be snacky after.
Yeah, I think it also another one has to do with like, potential access to the mealy stuff because it seems like I need to upgrade either the crock pot, probably both honestly, to make bigger servings and stuff. So it's like, you're not trying like it's not time to remake it
Right.
every few days or whatever, especially when you're making it for 2 people.
Yeah. It gets difficult when you got someone picky. Well, I mean, you it's not so much a picky thing in your household. I think it's more of it's a gluten intolerance thing you guys have to kind of be careful with, right?
Oh, that's easy when we just do like chicken and rice.
Right.
And she has her own like tortillas and stuff because corn,
Right.
And then we do have, I think the only flour we have in the house is gluten free. So basically, the stuff that I get just for me is the only like non gluten free stuff.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, which I don't usually have at home, but it's man, if I'm going into town and happen to see something like that, I'm like, oh hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of them mozzie sticks.
Should have hit me up. I was frying today.
Oh no, I went to, as you know, I went to the gas station real quick.
Yeah, this motherfucker went someplace else when he could have been eating my chicken.
Yeah.
Well, so I went grocery shopping today. Got everything for curry except I couldn't find the goddamn curry paste. So I have to go find that tomorrow at Hugo's.
Yeah, I know we have it somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I think it's. I mean, I would think it'd be at Walmart because usually they have the stuff that you guys don't have.
They definitely
Right.
switched around stuff at Walmart, and I don't know when. I mean, Hugo's is also hugely like guilty of switching their stuff up. Like I swear to God, like the night before or something, where you just go in there again, like, oh man, I forgot this, and you're like, where did they fucking put that section?
It's a different place every time.
They I did find chicken legs and chicken livers over at the Walmart though, so that was interesting. Just throwing that out there.
Well, I mean, in this town, they're actually like gizzards and stuff like that are pretty big time.
Yep.
Which I'm not.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, me personally.
I just hear her going, okay. Well, I did buy a rotisserie chicken and disassemble that whole thing, so that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got chicken for
They
my
pull all the-
curry.
Yeah, they pull all the gizzards out of the chicken's asshole for that though.
Yep. Makes it's the easiest way.
Or you accidentally eat his gallbladder or something. You're like, what's this really tender thing I'm eating right now?
I don't know, but it was delicious.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those like, where you're like, man, this was good, but your brain was like, that was definitely an organ. I
Yeah.
definitely,
It didn't have the same consistency as everything else.
yeah, it was. Well, especially when you get to like different colors too.
Yeah.
You're like, why was it gray?
Yeah.
Where the hell have you guys been eating chicken?
Oh,
Walmart.
honestly, chicken used to be what I ate the most of, but now that I make chicken for a living, I just don't touch it like I used to. Like I mean, if you put hot wings in front of me and try to take them away, you're gonna lose a finger. But that's different.
Yeah, he doesn't make hot wings.
Yeah, I fucking
But
love hot wings though.
That's the difference though. Chicken isn't just fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Like fried chicken
Is fried chicken.
Yeah, it's
good shit.
It's not only like a, I don't have this all the time kind of food, but it's also like if you have too much of it in one sitting, you're gonna be sick.
Yeah,
kind of food. Well, I don't know about Doug. Does that happen to you, Doug?
What?
Like if you have too much, like say if you were to get a bucket of KFC, how much of that bucket would you eat before you got sick?
Ooh. I mean, it depends. Am I having like taters and stuff too, or am I just going for that bucket?
Probably you're gonna have the sides too.
Shit, then it'd probably be about a quarter of that bucket.
Quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could definitely do half of it if I don't have those sides.
There's definitely a
okay.
time.
I think we need to sober or not so sober.
Right now?
What would be the difference there?
Oh, the change
man.
in-
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding, dude? If I were stoned, man, I'd be able to eat the whole bucket.
Without getting sick?
No guarantees on that front, but I don't think
Okay.
I'd throw it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would probably
No, that
definitely feel
does
it coming
make
out the
sense.
other end, but I wouldn't be throwing it up.
Mhm.
I think you would go back to the bucket if you were high. Not necessarily in one sitting, but you'd be hungry later.
Oh
you'd
yeah,
keep going back.
if you just like start not feeling like having that chicken, like literally give it an hour, and you're gonna
But
be like,
you-
yeah, that chicken sounds goddamn
and you're
good right
definitely
now.
yeah.
and you're definitely not eating it right. You're fucking just tearing shit up.
Dude. The thing,
Oh, that's the best. That's the best.
the food I have to stay away from if I'm smoking is lasagna. I will fucking kill an
Eat a whole
entire
lasagna?
thing
You have
I've
to
done that
by
before.
myself.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
food you have to stay away from as a reasonable adult that has like slowing metabolism and stuff is just any pasta in general too. It's
Yeah.
like that shit packs in
It's
quick.
so good. But at the same time, it's like it's weird. Since I turned 30, I can't keep weight on. It's kind of falling off, and it's really weird for me because that hasn't been the case for me at all.
It's a tapeworm. It's a
yeah, I'm
tapeworm.
like,
That's what I was like. Do I have worms?
Definitely, make sure you get your checkup to make sure you're fine. I think you are, by the way. I'm not gonna put that negativity there, but just,
Yeah.
But
I done got my blood tested, and I'm good. I'm good.
Well, I am feeling better too in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
which I will. I'll say HelloFresh. Probably the better portions, or the real proper portions.
Well,
have
I was
been
gonna
helping.
say also, it depending on what you eat too, because it is. I mean, shoot, used to go out all the time for food for me, Taco John's, McDonald's, shit like that, and now I'm just trying to cook as much as I can at home and eating hospital food for lunch, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm, feeling decently better. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the weirdest thing is I don't go out a bunch. And then like I usually don't have a bunch of snacky food at home, but it's still just not working. I'm like I think I don't eat enough. I don't eat the
Yeah.
proper timing, or not proper timing, but like proper amount of calories for my body to be like, yeah, let's just drop it. Let's drop some
Mm-hmm.
or something. Which I was telling Doug today, I was like, I just got to get back on. The easiest thing that I could do is just gain muscle and then go on walks, because then your body will go, oh yeah, we got all this muscle and we're gonna burn all these extra calories because of it.
Mm-hmm.
well, and also you're gonna start having a job again, so you're gonna be walking around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's crazy too, because the lower paying job I think is gonna work me harder and more than the higher paying job.
Yeah.
Depending on what part of the line I work at for the higher paying job, because I'll be putting together snowmobiles, but it's just where they put me on that line. Versus like, yeah, imagine tomorrow I'm going to be running around a gas station figuring out, where I got to fit in, and, changing fucking coffee filters and making sure things are stocked and whatever, while also having to figure out help people with like the cashier thing, which I've never done in like an official capacity before.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you worked at gas stations before.
Nope. I did. The only time I've ever done a register like thing was working conventions.
Yep.
And then it's like, we worked with cash. And
Gotcha. So it was more like just a calculator and a printer.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, same here though too. I mean, this current job is the first one I've ever, officially done that kind of thing. Like I sold Chad's merch when he was still in music, and that's probably the closest I can say.
That's still mostly bill exchange. No change.
Well, no, I'm I'm doing that for sure, but
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Merch was mostly bill exchange.
Yeah.
No change, like coins. I mean,
right.
versus gas station. You're gonna have some people that are gonna like want their fucking change back. It their little coins and freaking There be people fiending for cigarettes, freaking yelling at me. Yeah, I'm already knowing.
Well, it's one of those jobs that you're finally at the mercy of the public in a way that you weren't before when you were in security, where you were kind of an authority figure.
No,
Now it's like, they're not above spitting on you.
no.
Or treating you like you're a vending machine.
I worked corporate security where everyone thought they were entitled and everyone thought they were the big boss. And it was like somewhat of an opposite thing because I had to toe the line of, being respectful and, but I also had to put them in their place.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those people, all those people thought they were above you though. They definitely were like, but they were also more professional. So spitting on somebody, no. But getting drunk and trying to bring chicks in and be like, oh look, this is my floor at the top, and it's like, no, it's not, dude. You work on the 3rd floor. You are full of shit. Also, you're not supposed to be in here right now.
Probably not supposed to be bringing someone either.
Yeah, go home.
No, they were trying. Well, they were trying to do the official thing of like signing people in. And we're like, what do you? No.
Yeah.
But that's a different vibe than like you're gonna have freaking Karen getting mad because I don't know.
You didn't slice it thin enough.
Oh yeah. There's
my God.
There's gonna be there's gonna be food service things too.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I have to slice meat like that though. But I'll be frying my own chicken. So we'll see if Alex's situation of frying chicken so much that he never wants it again applies to me.
No, man. Look, I don't hate chicken. It's just it's not the first thing I'm gonna want to like pick up. If it's all I have, or if it's something that someone made at like a party, or say you brought some from work, of course I'd eat your chicken. But it's not something I'd really seek out on my own. I spend all day, some days where I'm just cooking it all day and I'm sweating and I just don't want to deal with it. And the last thing I want to do is eat it after that. A lot of the time I feel like I smell like it.
Right? Oh yeah, nah. When you work with fried food, you end up smelling like your fried food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, pizza. We worked at a pizza place, and we still enjoyed pizza, but it's not like we were just only doing pizza.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
Well,
I would smell like pizza when I got home too.
Yeah, it's you're right over the fryer the whole time. You get to, not that you're not doing that the same thing with pizza either. Working pizza, in theory, yes, it's an easy job, but you're also still technically in a kitchen. It's hot. It's busy.
There's like different elements too, because like it's different when you're making food for a customer and then where you're making food for yourself too.
Yeah.
Like your brain will tell you if you're making your lunch at like, Little Caesars, for example, and you're putting together your special pizza where you fucking do something with the dough, like special, fresh dough or whatever.
Right.
Spread, make a thin crust before that ever existed there and stuff.
Stew on it.
Yeah. I like how there's that laugh, that laugh in silence you did over there.
It's like, wait, did you talk about spitting on food?
Actually, I am. I've never done it before, but
Yeah.
no, like that's just him talking about doing your special thing with the dough. You hot two on it.
Yeah, I meant for your lunch. Like,
Yeah,
when you
no,
make-
I
Yeah.
totally get it, but I was just.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
making
I'll
a stupid
definitely
joke.
spit in my lunch, but
I wouldn't
you
go
know, I
like
can
that.
say I've never really been that mad where it's like I'm gonna spit in some motherfucker's food.
No, anytime somebody's been that mad at me and I gotten like even close to that, the manager would come up and take over.
Yeah, it's like you just
And
remove
it is
yourself from the
hilarious too,
situation.
because the manager would take my back the entire time. He's like, "Listen, stop being a fucking dick to my employee."
If
Yeah.
someone,
Well,
gets
if they
me-
have your back, that's great.
if someone gets me that mad, I'm gonna put extra grease on their chicken or something.
Yeah, there's just real. It wouldn't change much.
Oh,
I'll double fry yours, motherfucker.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking. It's gonna clog their
It's gonna
arteries
be burnt.
faster.
Yeah. You'll be back.
Yeah. I give them that double battered fry shit, and they're like, "Man, this is really good."
This is the best chicken I've ever had.
Yeah, and then they fucking die.
My butthole blew me a kiss before it died.
Whoa. Yeah.
Double frying that shit, man. It turns into a fucking grease ball.
Yeah, I've never
So-
thought of that, or like, yeah, I get the appeal, especially for like, ooh, it's extra crispy or whatever. But like, no, please don't.
You can make it perfectly crispy without double frying that fucker. Like,
Yeah.
It's
I still like blackening things, like, once you get a little
Right.
bit of char on it compared to like, doing something like a double fry situation.
mm,
But I guess, it is different if you're burning fried chicken, because the breading is going to be like,
yeah,
But like fried chicken's crispy enough, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know why people are doing like double fried chicken. I'm like, why?
It's just because it's unhealthy.
I just remembered, this isn't fried chicken related, that heinous order that Sean, our boy Sean from California, the one in the guild,
Yeah.
he would get this fucking menu, this like secret menu order at Starbucks, and it was basically like double whipped, basically a bunch of whipped cream and a fucking coffee with like I think like a bunch of syrup, and then like mixed together, so it was basically a milkshake.
So diabetes?
Yes.
Can we call it the hammer? That's an inside joke.
Yeah, it definitely does not encapsulate the hammer though. It like
Well, it's a hammer on his fucking arteries, man.
yeah.
Jeez.
Well, more like a hammer on his what's it called? Starts with a P, or organ that starts with a P, not penis.
Oh. See, that's what I
Well,
was
you
thinking.
took my joke
You
away.
know,
Yeah.
the diet, the you get diabetes when it's not working.
Pancreas.
Pancreas. There you go. Yeah,
My
hammer
pancreas.
on his. Yeah, hammer on his pancreas, dude. But I mean, I get it, because like we all like milkshakes, and that was basically what he was making.
Well,
them make.
Dude, I go back to our buddy Mikey and his fucking burger orders, where it'd be like 3 or 4 patties and like
Yeah.
a ton of cheese.
Yeah, that's. oof.
I remember you told us one time that he was gonna start eating like pretty much going vegan. Without he was gonna transition into being vegan, and then he had this huge fucking burger that night.
Was that the one I made him throw up?
No. No. Well, actually, he threw up a lot, so maybe.
Maybe. It was the night outside of Ricardo's house. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, this was in Arizona or whatever. We were out of state, and I was like, dude, I thought you weren't eating meat anymore. He said, I'm eating less meat.
This is my only big burger this week, not 4 of them.
Hey man, I'm on tour. Get off my ass.
Yeah, that's one of those things like about like veganism.
Yeah.
where like you're like, I get the point. You guys are technically in the right, but I'm sorry I can't join you.
Yeah, like I
Yes, I wish
I
there was a
need
more
it.
ethical way for me to murder pigs, chickens, and cows.
I hear we're working on that.
With like
They were never really alive in the first place.
It's called lab grown.
Yes, sir.
yeah, synthetic meat and stuff like that.
Back to episode 1.
Yeah.
Cloning meat flaps, guys.
Right?
Yep. But no, it's just one of those things that I'm not gonna give up chicken. There's a vegan chicken place called like Herbie's Chicken. I think I put it in the group chat. I'm gonna try that. Someday.
Like they have like vegetarian.
It is
fried chicken or something,
meat
or
substitute fried chicken and stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
How about you just make good fried tofu, guys?
Well, I think that's what it is.
That could
Like,
be
it's-
tofu. I don't know
Yeah.
what the substitute is.
I do think it's a little. All right.
The
I have
tofu
my,
with
I have
meat
my
is good.
perspective, right? That's the only one I really have here on this one. But why do you need to call it chicken?
Well, what else would they call it?
Fried tofu shit. I don't know.
Well, what
But-
if it's not tofu?
Or I mean, whatever is in it. You don't
Are
need
you
to.
about to have that that normie take of like, why are you calling it chicken when it's not chicken?
Well, I mean, if it disgusts you that people are eating chicken, why would you call it the same word that disgusts you that you're trying not to be
It
associated
doesn't.
with?
Well, no. So they like chicken, but they choose not to eat chicken because it's ethical not to eat chicken.
Yeah.
So they're substituting things they like, or they're substituting things they like with a version of it that isn't, unethical.
That's why I do rotisserie chicken, because I know it was one chicken made for that chicken.
Yeah, one chicken, definitely fucking straight up Holocaust style.
Fucking A, yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think about it. I'm like, yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it.
I just think it's my only real problems with the name, not the diet so much. It's more just like I thought you didn't like this kind of thing. I would, if it was me, I'd be doing my thing and just kind of
But chicken
removing
substitute
it
is
from
hard
the
to...
situation.
Chicken substitute doesn't roll off the tongue like chicken does.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, especially when they're doing that and like that's their way of probably converting people that are like, yeah, I'm not just gonna fucking eat beans,
Yeah.
because what are you gonna? Most people, when you think of like a veggie diet, what would you eat? Because there's a variety of stuff, but really, how much of it do you like? Like if you're just gonna eat fucking leeks all day, like.
I mean,
But could you imagine if, like, instead of, like, the extreme meat pizza, instead you got, like, the, what is it called? It's margarita pizza. It's basically cheese, like, basil, tomato on there.
Yeah.
Like, that's good shit, though,
oh, totally.
I don't fuck with it. I don't like the thinly sliced tomato. I don't even like that sauce because it's like a sweeter sauce.
See, I love it, dude. The balsamic vinaigrette sauce. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, I had balsamic vinegar when I went to San Diego last to like humor Aaron and Gilbert because we went to some Italian place. Ass.
What?
Yeah.
Blasphemous
Because there was
here.
like they had bread, but they didn't have any like butter or anything else put on it. It was just this balsamic vinegar, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it because this is all they have here. And I
You
was like,
uncultured swine.
And what it was, the biggest thing about it, I was like, this tastes like grape vinegar. That's what they meant.
It's good, though. I like it.
Or
I've used it.
I actually got balsamic vinaigrette. What?
they do have a red wine vinegar, don't they? Or is that balsamic vinegar?
No, there's red wine
No,
vinegar.
there's red wine vinegar, balsamic
That might
vinegar.
have been- that
There's
might have
actually
been
even
what I
white
got.
wine vinegar.
Yep.
Yeah, you got white wine vinegar.
Yep.
We gotta be careful the way we enunciate that word, by the way. No.
White wine vinegar.
Well, see.
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah. I mean, now I'm confused. I might have not had balsamic. It might have been the red wine vinegar, or I'm just thinking that because I remember tasting it and being like, yeah, it's like old grape I'm tasting right now.
Well, unless I'm like totally off on like how it's done, they do usually I think it's extra virgin olive oil, and then they put balsamic vinaigrette in like the middle, and it stays separated because balsamic vinaigrette's like water versus
Oh.
oil.
Yes, that is what we had. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's good.
I
Well-
think that's like the bridge of it where I was like, yeah, fuck with olive oil.
Well, if you've ever eaten anything that myself or my dad has made for you, chances are you've had red wine vinegar.
Yeah.
It's just not, or we're not using that as
no,
the main thing.
it's not. Yeah. No, guess what? People have fucking ketchup and good barbecue sauce all the time. That doesn't make ketchup on its own good. It makes
What?
it a part of it, you know.
This guy's heretical.
The thing is, Doug, is I'm in on the meme, but I do eat the forbidden sauce.
I love ketchup. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about salt, though. You know.
Salt's good though.
Yeah, salt goes good and everything, but you're not necessarily just okay with having only salt on your food.
True.
Right.
If you've ever had salt with ice cream though, man, oh shit. Yeah, nah, it's interesting. Now, not table salt sodium chloride crap, but like, you know, get the stuff from like the grinder or like sea salt. That's some good shit on there.
Oh,
ice
yeah.
cream.
You mean iodized? You don't want iodized salt.
That one, yeah. Well, yeah, because it's all sodium chloride.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, sea salt. Yeah, this is what most people put on like chocolate and shit.
Yeah.
To me, it's just bigger salt.
Bigger salt.
It's fancy salt, is what it is.
I got French sea salt.
Like I don't
Ooh,
care what color.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah, I don't
Does it
care.
taste condescending?
Yes, very.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't care what color it is or what like, you know what size it is. It all tastes the same.
Okay.
It's all just salt.
And see, I do taste a difference between salts. Like, if you've ever had, like, rock salt versus, like, this is table salt versus...
The pink Himalayan salt.
pink Himalayan versus this French salt I got. Like, there's differences.
To me, I'm like, it all, like... Because salt's the embodiment of a flavor, which is salty, you know?
Right.
I'm like, you know... Versus, like, butter, for example. Butter can be salty.
Yeah, salted,
But
unsalted.
butter can be salty, but it isn't like the embodiment of that flavor.
Right.
Just, you know, there aren't many things that are straight up like, I guess, like try to describe the flavor of water. You know, you know the flavor of water, and yet you would say like, oh yeah, I could taste different waters.
There are very different flavors of water.
Yeah, and I think that's like, you know, I don't know, the different micro differences there.
The worst flavor of water is Dasani.
Aquafina, Arrowhead,
It's just
those are pretty bad.
It's just whatever additives the government's adding into our water
Fluoride.
to make us complacent. Oh God.
Fluoride.
Oh God. Am I gonna be that guy? No, I'm not gonna be that guy.
Yeah, are you gonna have to edit that out later? Because
Oh,
no.
God. Oh, that would
no.
be hilarious.
That one's not gonna be there.
Well, and especially since it's like already at the hour mark,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, oh, yeah, they mentioned fluoride at the very end. We got to censor this whole motherfucker.
Oh, that stopped at salt.
when, when I didn't say iodized salt, instead I said sodium chloride.
yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess that was a good point though that I made to my own argument though when I mentioned water tastes different.
Yeah.
I realized that as I said it, I was like, oh, I guess that could apply to salt, but to me.
Yeah.
Salt is the embodiment of the flavor of salt, so that's all I taste.
Well, I mean, how much time have you spent really trying to isolate the different flavors of salt, right?
Or yeah, I mean, I guess another example is like you know they're different, but like honestly, how different is a Coke and a Pepsi?
A what?
A Coke and a Pepsi
Yeah,
in flavor?
yeah,
Very different.
They
I
both,
thought he
Yeah,
said
Coke's good.
fuck you.
they both literally. I've done like a side by side, and I'm like, yeah, these are both.
You think they taste the same?
Yeah, I was like, these are both what I would call like a a cola. You know.
Well, see, I find Pepsi to be sweeter as opposed
Okay.
to Coke being a little bit more on the
This
like
could be fun. We should do a blind
bitter
taste
side.
test.
do a Pepsi, Coke, RC Cola.
Yeah.
The-
See if we can
RC
tell the
Cola's
difference.
bomb.
The winner's gonna be RC Cola.
It probably
Dude,
will
that'd
be.
be interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do taste tests. That'll be fun.
There we go. Yeah, we spent this whole episode just like going on about different things, and that's a good one.
That one fits our budget too.
And trains.
Trains for sure.
We're gonna taste trains.
No, yeah, we have no train
There's
news.
some right over there.
Yeah.
Toot toot.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know about you all, but I think we're at the end of this. So
I suppose. All right. Well, I'll get my stuff out of the way real quick. Hey, we're a podcast. Like and subscribe. We love you.
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I didn't get a like and subscribe out of him. Get him,
Yeah,
Doug.
I was drinking when you guys did that.
Like, subscribe.
All right. So we're getting on more platforms, guys. So your options are open. We're doing it. But if
What
you're
was-
if
what
you're
was that
listening
one,
on
flicking the bean or something or what?
Podbean,
Podbean,
Oh, okay.
no,
Spotify.
Apple Music isn't wanting to work with me for some reason, so that one might take a little while.
Really?
And Amazon.
It's because
I'm
I have
sure
my
they have a
own.
thing.
My phone number is tied to my own old Apple ID or something, and that's
Oh,
causing
jeez.
issues.
Ow.
But
Ew.
You could try my phone number, I guess, if that helps.
we'll give it a
I think
shot.
we even
Because it's a new phone number, so there shouldn't be a ID tied to it.
Mhm.
did you by chance put down our email address too at the bottom at any point?
Yeah, our email's on
Oh,
there.
okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to reach out and maybe send us art or something
Yeah,
you're working
totes.
on.
I mean, I'm down to read anything at this point in
Yeah.
time. It'd be fun.
anything you want
And
us
get a
to do with the
reply
show.
back of absolute nonsense from me. It'll be great.
Yeah. And we have a fan who's been consistently commenting.
Nice. And it's not one of us.
Yeah. And it's not my grandma.
Or Gilbert.
Or Gilbert. Gilbert hasn't commented in a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, ours we're growing on our platforms here a little bit. Social, same spot, you'll always find us. That's it for me. What about you, Dougie? You got anything?
I'll just find me out there on any of your games. Helldivers, Dougly Stick 420, I believe is my sign name. So come help me spread democracy.
I believe that's also your TikTok, right? Your TikTok title, Dougly Stick?
Oh yeah, that too.
You haven't made any yet, still, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I haven't made anything, but I've definitely saved a ton of them, it's a lot of fun on TikTok. I find a lot of good political shit.
I'm a curator.
I'm a curator of political bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of politics, be sure you check out James Seville. Be a Minnesota friend, and if you're a Minnesota resident, specifically in our area, so be sure to vote when it's time. He's a good guy. He really, really is.
Yeah. So
Isn't that right, James?
All right, that gives me enough time to edit him in. I'm sure I'll be able to find something I can use.
James, quickly. Quickly, I'm editing right now. I need you to
Hey.
answer the phone.
Hey, I need a clip.
All right, Chuck Bailey, what you got going on?
I need to start keeping this short and sweet. My Patreon will be in the link. Everything else that I do should be on the Patreon. At least, I might have not. No, I'm pretty sure I did have put up the thing about the contest I'm doing. Also, as you guys heard, I'm doing 2 jobs, so I do not know when the next episode I'll be on is, because I don't know what my availability will be like, considering one job's probably going to have me work weekends while the other one has me work during the day. But we will talk more about that when the episode is over.
Hell yeah.
For now, yeah, buy some books. If you bought a book, thank you. I'm pretty sure when I have money, I'm going to get a better cover design, though. Same stuff, same assets, but better cover. So, Also, sorry if you bought the book cover that I designed lazily on the Amazon Create thing.
But enjoy the book.
Yeah.
The story itself is really fun.
Leave reviews.
Takes you places. It takes you places.
If you know me, stop DMing me about that one part. Put it in a review instead, but don't spoil anybody. Anyways, who wants to close this out? I feel like this is you guys.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us at Hanging with the Hooligans. My name is Doug.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Chuck.
Like and subscribe.
And we're signing out, bitches!
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye!